Happy New Year, YouTube. This is your girl, Becky Denise. Back with the video to discuss with you guys the life of my channel, how it's going to change a little bit, but still remain the same. And you read the title about how I'm taking a leave from working as an adjuster. Okay? So I have my handy dandy notebook here for y'all. And because I wanted to take notes, I wanted to stay on topic. Okay? So if you want to hear about the changes that's coming to my channel, how I'm stepping away from my adjusting career, just come on back and we'll run down all the tea. These are the top 6 reasons why I decided to walk away from adjusting without anything else planned. Okay? I realized that I didn't care about the work anymore. I could care less about the work. And I hate to say that. Now, as an employee, I always did my best. I always went the extra mile. But I didn't care about it like I used to. It was just a job. I just reviewed demands. I just got approvals and issued payments. Made sure everything was aligned. And I just lost my zest for it. Number 2, I was drained more than I was excited about it. I was drained more than I was excited about it. Waking up in the morning and thinking about, let me go check my emails. Let's see if I have a demand. Let me return these calls. I had so much autonomy in this last position that 2 years ago, it would have been the perfect position. But now, it just wasn't. Even with the autonomy and being able to work how I want to work, I lost the zest for it. 3, toxicity. Even though I work from home, I could see the conversations going on in teams, and it was just a toxic environment. As new employees would come on, there was no organized training for them. And then there would be side groups with, did this person ask you for help? And and I just never got into that. Because if someone did on the side ask me for assistance, I wasn't going to tell them about it. But I saw the type of, I don't know, it was just toxic. And I just don't deal well with toxic. The workload, y'all. Oh my God. Having 200 pending bodily injury claims. Most of my claims were transferred that hadn't been touched in months. Like, the files just were not worked up to par. And I think that's why the TPA I was with was assigned or took on that account. But it was just too much. I feel like I would have a different take on it if they were my files. But you got bodily injury files that's a year, 2 years old, and they're approaching the deadline. Like, it was just too much. Just not happy. Number 5, I am not happy being an independent adjuster. I'm just not. And I'm not going to apologize for it. I just want something new and refreshed. That's all. That's it. That's all. I just want something new and refreshed. And number 6, I felt stuck. I don't have a college degree. I've been earning over 6 figures since 2011, 2012. Before adjusting, I was in the wireless sales, district sales manager, store managers, area managers, and that's how I got into adjusting, wanting to pivot out of the wireless sales industry, but still being able to make a really good amount of money without having a degree. And that's how I ended up into claims. Now I feel stuck. I feel stuck because I don't have a degree, right? I've thought about, or I went to get my AIC and CPCU in adjusting just to get me to the next level. I've halted that because I'm not sure that that's the direction that I want to go. So because I was feeling stuck, I'm taking this time to really pick a direction and pivot. You know, it's never too late to reset, restart, and refocus. And that's what I'm doing. The reason I've decided to take some time off from adjusting is because it was making me miserable. The workload, I was a commercial adjuster at the beginning of the year. Then I pivoted into commercial casualty, bodily injury. And it's like, it doesn't matter where I go within this field, the workload is always heavy. Like, what is the problem? Why can't these insurance companies pay people fairly? And then if they pay you fairly, they want to put so much work on you where it's just intolerable. So that's basically where I am. I'm wanting to pivot. I'm kind of wanting to stay in insurance, but I'm wanting to pivot to maybe like underwriting or insured retention or something like that. I've been looking into a lot of different things. I've updated my resume. You know, you got to have a resume for each position that you're going after. And me and my husband decided that this would be a good time for me to just step away. I've been off for about 2-3 weeks now. For me to just step away and rest and refocus my attention and reset. So that's what I'm doing. Being an adjuster over 12 years, when I was an independent cat adjuster for the majority of my career, I would say out of the 12-13 years, I would say 9 of those years I was an independent cat adjuster. And now, after reflection, because you know hindsight is 20/20, I can now say that the reason I enjoyed being a cat adjuster or an independent adjuster is because I was able to work 6 to 9 months, make a full year's salary, and then relax 3 or 4 months out of the year. As a staff adjuster, you're working 12 months out of the year, right? You pretty much carry the same weight, or I'm going to speak on my experiences. I pretty much carry the same weight and stresses as a cat adjuster, but just every day, 8 hours a day. You know what I mean? So now I understand why I was so in tune with being an independent cat adjuster. And right now, there's just not a whole lot of work out there as an independent cat adjuster. I did take a deployment with my W-2 back in October, and it just didn't last. My daughters lasted until the end of December. With the company I went with, we lasted for about 5 weeks, and that was it. I just want you to know that being an adjuster wasn't always bad. But there are so many changes going on within the industry, even in the cat industry, where they're not paying. The pay has changed so much. It's like the companies are only worrying about their profit and not worrying about the adjusters. We carry the weight, but they just want to hold the money and pay us less and less, if that makes sense. At this point in my life, I just don't feel aligned with adjusting. It don't bring me the same excitement and joy that it used to. It just don't, you know. And I'm 51, guys, so if I'm going to make any changes or if I'm going to pivot, I need to pivot now. Of course, right now, you know, because of my husband, I can't afford to take this time off, but I have to get back to work. You know, I know that I'm blessed. I know that a lot of people can't, you know, just walk away from their employment. And I understand that I'm blessed to be able to do so. But I need to get back to work because to help my husband, you know. I don't want him to bear it all. He is the breadwinner, but I want to be there as his support. How did I know it was time to go? When I stopped feeling excited about getting up and logging in the morning. I was getting so many claims, especially as a bodily injury casualty adjuster, where the claims, they just weren't valid claims, you know. And then I'm thinking, this is why our premiums are so expensive. And, you know they're not injured. There's no well, as an adjuster, you can't say that you know that they're not injured, but they get the attorneys. The attorneys are the ones that's making all the money. The attorneys and their chiropractor buddies and stuff like that. It was just a lot of it. Just getting into it and just seeing things from both sides. It just got to the point where it was just disgusting to me. And lastly, I'm just deciding to choose myself, okay? I'm deciding to choose my peace, my happiness. Not to mention, in July of 2023, I had a TIA. It was all work-related stress. I left that job then, but it was all work-related stress. So I just want something new and refreshing, okay? So that's why I'm stepping away from adjusting. Can y'all look forward to in my channel? Y'all can look forward to seeing me as a 51-year-old mother, grandmother, wife, just a day in the life, how I'm pivoting, how I'm putting self-care first, and then how I'm taking social media, especially YouTube, serious, okay? I do have a school, an adjusting school in Louisiana. I'm thinking about going 100% into that. I also offer one-on-one, so it's not like I'm not earning anything. I am. I have my I Chose Faith brand. I have my kids book that I'm advertising in my website. If y'all want to help and support your girl, ichosefaith.com. You can get my self-affirmation journal. You can take a look at my dolls, my coloring books. So that's what I'm going to be doing while I'm looking to pivot within the insurance industry. If you made it this far, drop some green hearts in the chat. I want to thank you so much. If you're not subscribing, please subscribe, like, and share. And I am committed to YouTube, so you're going to see me regularly, either with the long form content or with my shorts, okay? I appreciate you for being here.